Good morning. I haven't vlogged in quite a few days, and look on the hood of my Jeep. We got freaking snow. It's snowing out. It's not like crazy snowing, but there's snow. I don't like it. Check the weather for the forecast. I actually checked the forecast this morning, and back home it's like 12 degrees. It's still warm there. On Monday it's going to be 20 degrees. Like, it's still shorts and t-shirt weather in Newfoundland, and we're so envious. We just want to be there right now. So, last night I haven't vlogged a whole lot because all I've been doing really is ripping up the rooms and cleaning, and I don't know how much of that stuff you guys want to see. Is it getting boring already? Are you getting tired of me talking about this stuff? But I have a question that maybe somebody can give me some advice to. We have to take the pets, and we're trying to figure out the best way to get the cats to Newfoundland, and we've never had an animal fly cargo before, and we're wondering if anyone watching this could give us some advice whether to do it or whether to not do it, because it looks to be the only way that the cats are going to make it to Newfoundland if they fly cargo, unless we pay someone a trip to Newfoundland. Like, I have enough air miles to do it, and I would do it, to bring the cats out for us. So that could be a plan as well. But if anyone has ever had pets flying with cargo, airplane cargo, you know, let me know. And we need some ideas or advice from outsiders who's probably have been in the same situation or know someone that's been in the situation that we're in. The dogs are going in the vehicles with us. And we've already been finding pet-friendly hotels across the country, so we're on to that. And yeah, it's been quite a struggle this week. But I got 4 minutes to get into work before I'm officially late. So I am going to go. I have an appointment tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And depending on how the appointment goes, I will give you some insight on what could or could not be happening with me. So that's all I can say right now. I know this vlog is not going to go up until afterwards, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to go to work, and I'll see you after work. Hey guys, today is it's Saturday. It's almost 12:30, so it's about lunchtime, and I'm just chilling. I've got a new setup for my art table for now. This table is actually going to get sold eventually because we can't take it with us. My face is so red today. So all of my art supplies currently that I'm using are in that little tiny bin with the red handle there, because I can't have my markers and everything on the table because the cats are just going to knock them off. So I have a couple of sketchbooks out, and I have my computers and my Copics and watercolors, and that's pretty much it. That's what I'm using, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. I don't need all that art supplies. I'm just collecting and wasting money and not using half of it, so I'm just going to keep to the minimum from now on. But I'm speaking a little quietly because Jeremy is home today. He's supposed to work, but he was sick at work yesterday, but he made it through the day. He didn't come home. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any sick days, so he kind of loses a day's pay, but he didn't sleep at all last night. He was awake the entire night, tossing and turning. And at one point, we thought he might have had a fever and everything, so he hasn't been feeling well. And I got a bit of sleep last night. I woke up this morning, he's like, well, my alarm's going to go off in like 5 minutes. Like, I didn't get a bit of sleep. So I said, well, you know, if you're not feeling well, then don't go into work. Like, he never calls in sick. This is probably the second time in the 2.5 years that he's been there that he's called in sick. So he's missed maybe 2 days, 3 days most in 2.5 years. So he's still in bed because he didn't sleep at all last night. So he's, I have to go wake him up in a few minutes actually. So that's where that is. And I have that meeting that I have to go to at 3. So that's still going. So I have to get ready for that. My hair is a mess too. So I have to get ready for that in a bit. I've made supper already. It's in the oven. I'm having beef stew for supper today. So I've got that all done and taken care of it in the oven. And I got that cooking slow so you can have supper at a decent time instead of at 8 o'clock at night. And it's kind of I don't know if you can see out there or not. It's a bit of a glare, but it's a weird day out. You can definitely tell that it's a fall day. The sun is not as vibrant, not as bright as it would be, and it looks cold outside. Yesterday and the day before it was snowing off and on, and it snowed last night as well because the deck was covered in kind of like a slushy snow this morning when I let the dogs out. So that's where the day's at so far, and I'm not sure what exactly is going to be happening today because Jeremy's not feeling well, so I don't know if I'm going to be, I'm probably going to work on packing some more again later on when he's awake, but as of right now, I'm just trying to chill and keep quiet until he's up and about to see how he's feeling before I start making a whole lot of noise, so.
Hey guys, it's Sunday morning, and this is what I've woken up to. She's all curled up underneath the covers laying on Jeremy's pillow. What are you doing? She sees a bird down the street, and she thinks by staring at it she's gonna get it. She's been like this for about 5 minutes now. She has not moved. Alright guys, this is my art room, or what's left of it. I've come in today and plastered all the little holes I put in the wall with push pins. And, oh, sorry pups. And this is where I had that shelf, so I pulled out all the anchors and I plastered that area as well. And I worked on this section of the wall over here. I don't know if you remember, but behind my desk I had a piece of paper put up because the previous owners of the house had this big patch of plaster on the wall. Well, I started sanding this today, and I've come to find that there was a huge hole in the wall. Like, this is like the size of my hand. And instead of patching it like a normal person would with a patch kit, they just filled the entire damn hole in with plaster. Like, who does that? Seriously, who does that? But I have a few more places down here that with plaster that I have to fix, and some holes up there as well. But I went to nail the baseboard or whatever, the paneling back onto the window so I could get these, fill these holes in up here. And I put one nail in and the entire damn thing fell down. So Jeremy's going to have to deal with that tomorrow when he gets home. Selena's over in her bedroom, and she is, I'm going to switch this around. Selena's over in her bedroom and she's packing up her bookshelf and everything. So that's what we're at so far today. I'm actually going to go get a shower in a minute, and then I'm going to start painting the bathroom. I know that sounds a little bit odd, but I can't paint the bathroom then get a shower because the steam's going to wreck the paint. So I have to get a shower first, then paint the bathroom, or paint some parts of the bathroom. There is some plastering in there that needs to be done still. So I'm going to go and do that before I get a shower. I was going to mention that yesterday I had that appointment thing, and it was actually, oh, my eyes are horribly rotten with makeup. Good Lord. So I went to a job interview, and I didn't take the job because well, actually I did take it, and then I turned it down because I did some bad math, and the hours and everything that were being provided with the wage was going to be half of what I'm making now. And if I was only going to lose a couple $100, maybe like $300, I could have taken the job. I would have been the assistant manager of a place, and I would have been responsible for a lot of different things, but mostly social media and doing creative work, and I really wanted to take it. And but I couldn't because it was part-time, which I'm working part-time now with full-time hours, if that makes any sense. But I'm working, but it was 10 hours less than what I'm making now and $5 less an hour than what I'm making now, so that it would have been a really big pay decrease. And when I first did the math, I only came up with a couple $100 less, and I'm horrible with math, clearly, and so we sat down and did the math again last night, and it was actually half of what I'm making now, which is not cool. So I really wanted to take the job, but I didn't, so I'm stuck where I am until we leave, by the looks of it. Oh, I'm so red But it is what it is, and I don't mind talking about it on here now because I didn't take the job anyway. If I did take the job, I would have waited to say something until I told my my employer now, but I didn't take it. So, I highly doubt anyone from town that's watching this is gonna run up and say, "Hey, you know, your assistant there went and applied for another job elsewhere," and blah blah blah. Quite frankly, I don't give a rat's ass because we're gonna be out of here in like 3 to 6 months anyway, so you know, I'm not to the point where I really don't care about things anymore. I'm done with the renovations. I'm so cranky. I'm frustrated with the renovations because there's so many things that I can't do because I can't lift things because of my back. And so I'm just doing these little bits and pieces of stuff, and the house is a freaking mess because I'm taking stuff from one room and moving it to the other room, and then taking this stuff and moving it there, and it's just a mad mess everywhere. And you know, I understand it's renovations, it's a messy job, but I just want it to be over. We've been at this for it's been like a week since we've started the renovations. It's been 2 weeks since we've known Jeremy is not going to have a job after Christmas. And some people at his job actually got an extension, and they're going to be there until July now instead of December, but Jeremy wasn't one of the lucky ones to get an extension, so he's still done at the end of December. So yeah, that's where we're at. And this is Selena's room so far. She's packing up the bin and the boxes and everything. She's got her drawers empty because we got to take her dresser out, and it's just a mad mess. Just a mad mess. So I spent a little time painting the bathroom and everything earlier, and I got 2-3 walls just about done in there. So I decided to take a break and work on an art piece. This is one of the Inktober pieces that I did in my orange sketchbook right there, and I wanted to turn into a painting, so I redrawed it. That's some good proper English today. I drew it on this watercolor paper here. Oh my god. I drew it on the paper, and I'm just putting in some more details here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the background yet. But yeah, I'm just going to use watercolors on this one today. And I'm watching some YouTube. Oh my goodness, I can never pronounce this girl's name, but she is really good. Anita is her first name, but I don't know how to pronounce her last name. So here she is right there. And she's been doing the Inktober challenge as well, and I really love her illustrations, and she's been very inspirational when it comes to illustrations like this. She's not she doesn't do like fan art. She like creates like her own characters, and you know, they're not really what's the word I'm looking for? They don't look real. Like, they're not anatomy perfect, or they look like cartoons, and they're really nice. And this is the kind of illustration that I really like as well. And like, you can see this in children's like not chapter books, but you know, illustration books for children, just stories, you know what I'm trying to say, that kind of thing. I'm losing my words here, but I'm also rendering an art video. You can see me, there I am. This is a video that I'm going to try to get up tonight. It is not moving very fast at all, so I don't know if it's going to be up or not. And I took this painting out of my book right here because it got sold. So look at that nice gold shimmer in the hair there. That's really cool. I'm really impressed with those fine tech paints. Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. Alright guys, I'm going to call it a night. Jeremy's going to be home any second. Well, in about maybe 20 minutes, not any second. We're going to get supper and watch some Ghost Adventures that was on last night. And I thought I'd show you our only Halloween decoration. We've had this in the closet for like 2 years. And this is the first time I actually used it. So it's kind of neat. I didn't even know that it changed colors. But anyhow, hope you guys had a great weekend. And let me know if you did anything fun. Are you ready for Halloween yet? Did you decorate your house? Or are you like us with one Halloween decoration? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.